What's up, everybody? Today I've got another Power Ranger. I'm getting closer to the full team, but today we're going to be looking at Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger. Remastered, I might add. So, let's get it open and have a look. And here we are. Right, let's take a look then. So, the box, pretty standard for the Remastered collection. It's got a really nice picture on the front, some artwork. Just details what comes in the, well, not everything actually. So on the side, picture of the Yellow Ranger with a morpher, if I can get it without the light glare on it. On the other side, we've got a nice 30th anniversary picture of all the Rangers. And then on the back, this shows you what comes in it. So again, you've got the picture of a Morphin, and it just shows you. So you've got the civilian head, the daggers, extra hands, the effect piece, the blade blaster in all its form, morpher, and a helmet. So obviously, as you can see, you only get a Trini helmet. That's Trini's head. That's her helmet. But of course, it is the 30th anniversary Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger, so it's just talking about the original cast, I believe. I think that's what they're going for anyway. I could be wrong. Who knows? Anyway, let's get into it. And this is the figure. So let's not waste any time. Right, let's put it to one side and let's get the accessories out. Put them to the other side, just double check. There is nothing else in there. That's all right. Hiya! Right, let's open her up then and pray to the figure collecting gods that everything is going to be all right. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Hiya! Right, just double check. Nothing in there. Cool. Okay, on first inspections then, let's have a look. So, that yellow is, I don't know, does that yellow seem brighter than it would have been in the show, or is that the right kind of yellow? That's the first thing that's popped in my eyes anyway. Popped in my eyes? Popped out to me, using my eyes, would you believe? Oh. Oh no, I think it's meant to be like, oh no, oh dear. Yeah, the yellow seems, maybe it's just meant to, I think it's meant to be like that. I just wasn't sure if that's the right choice of yellow that it was in the show. Anyway, bit of a suspect joint there, but that seems to be alright. Bit wobbly. These joints, I'm not keen on these. These look a bit, it's like half part of her arm's missing. I'm guessing that's how they are. But that's, so when it's straightened out, that just looks like, oh no, I suppose it doesn't look too bad in the camera shot. No, was it? Let's get that angle. Yeah, it just looks like a good chunk of her arm's missing, doesn't it? Is that just me? What do I know anyway? Right, let's, I've just seen there's a gap here. I don't know if that's, no, I can't push that in to seal that gap. It looks like it's been cut like that. So that leg's all right, but that has got some god-awful hideous gap there. It looks like, oh, maybe there's extra plastic on this part. Maybe that's pushing it away from itself. I'm not sure. I kind of want to pop it off, but I don't. But yeah, that's not a good start. Overall though, that's overall, meh. What about paint tap? That belt, there we go, let's move that round. So that belt was kind of off center, which is fine, so we can correct that. Okay, yeah, other than that, I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, the face at least is looking all right, I believe. The paint tap on that looks all right. She's got her eyes where they're meant to be, I think. All the colours are right. Yeah, I think that's all right. So, and then, okay. Maybe that's a bit off, but I'm probably being picky at this point. But you know, Hasbro are raising their prices, so as they raise their prices, I raise my dinghy to be more picky or something along those lines. Yeah, whatever. Right, well, that's the figure. Let's have a look what comes with the accessories. Of course, she comes with the helmet. She has to. If she didn't, I would be very upset at that point. And looking at the helmet, detail on it looks alright. Yeah, I think we're fine with that. We'll just see how it plugs on in a minute. But we've got the helmet. We've got the 3 variations of the Blade Blaster. Again, like the other ones, they've got the same paint app because obviously this same line will just have all the same paint app. So they only seem to apply a bit of white and silver on the ends of it, which is bizarre because if you're going to put that in the holster, that's going to be the main bit showing, and they haven't painted the handle, and I don't know why. I can't see why they couldn't have just put a bit of black or something on it just to give it a bit more detail. She's got 2 interchangeable hands that are open, so you've got like a chopping hand and a more sort of relaxed open hand. And again, they both do have some articulation. So, right, the choppy hand it bends. Oh, that's right, yeah, down and up. And the more relaxed hand, so there's a side to side, and up and down. I don't think that's demonstrated it well at all, but we shall have a look at it closer soon. We've got a closed fist, left hand closed fist, and whatever that is. I'm not quite sure what that one is. Oh, hang on, yeah, what am I talking about? We've got the morphers, haven't we? Ah, God. I completely threw myself then. I forgot the morpher came with it. So, that will be... So yeah, you've got your closed fist, and then you've got a morpher hand. So that will be holding the morpher. And that's what this hand will be for. That's what this hand will be for. Over the morpher. There we go. Right, it's all coming together now. Slightly, sort of. No, I'm not sure. We've got the 2 daggers that she comes with. They're looking alright. You know, there's enough paint app on them. I can't remember what they actually look like in the show, whether these ridges would have paint in them. But they've painted the coin and they've painted the silver. Yeah, I got the wee tiny morpher again. Now, if I think last time I tried doing this, there we go. There's your morpher. So if you put it in the morphing hand, I can actually hold it up to the camera and you can actually see it this time. And looking at it, paint app looks all right. You can see the coin. The coin actually is pretty cool. I think you can see it. It's hard to tell on my camera whether you can actually see the coin clearly. I won't know until I play this back, so I'm hoping you can. But it does actually look really good. It looks like, it's obviously not painted on, I don't think. It's some sort of bit of transfer or something stuck on. But yeah, no, the morpher looks cool. That's awesome. And we've got my favourite part as always, the little effect pieces, which I know to some people they're probably cool. I just don't get on with these. I wish they hadn't bothered. I wish they'd given us something else, to be honest. But it is what it is, you know, they're in here, so I might make use of them. The other ones I've got are all in a box somewhere, and I was playing without them, but you know, they've added some stuff in. You could probably use them for something else, maybe if you don't use them for these guys thinking about it, not quite sure. But, you know, it's... Oh. So that's not been cut, it's got some horribleness to it. But it's, you know, soft plastic, it squidges. It looks cool if you display them with it, I'm sure. Not a big fan myself, but each to their own. But you get them anyway, so... Let's have a look at Trini's articulation then. So it's going to hopefully be the same as the rest of the Rangers, but whilst we're here, we'll double check. So we've got the foot, and I say that as soon as I said we'll double check, I have a feeling it's all going to fall apart and go wrong. But let's stay positive, shall we? Let's try and be positive about this. So you've got the cut at the top of the boot that hides the joint, which is quite nice, and it swivels. You've got your knees. Now, oh, yeah, there we go. So that one bent all right. Shall I try the other one? Just see. Let's see what happens. And that one's all right too. And then you got your thigh cut. So that one is fine. For some reason, it feels a bit loose actually. But like we saw at the beginning, I'm not sure what's going on with this one. We'll have to have a closer look in a bit, but something's not quite right there because there's that massive gap and it's making it look a bit crap. Anyway, hips, you got your drop hips, so yeah, hips drop and back up again. Torso, she goes back that far. Yeah, and then she'll come forward. But, oh, like that, is that right? I thought maybe she came forward a bit more. Is that belt? See, I'm not convinced that belt's in the right place now I look at it. That looks like it might be. Is it stuck on or is it tucked in? No, it seems to be. That might need to come down a little bit because I think that might be blocking some of the forward ab crunching of her. And as you can see, it kind of goes at a weird angle. It's like it comes up and over in that belt, yeah. Anyway, she twists from side to side. Just like that. As for the arms, oh yeah, no, there are butterfly joints in there. She's got them, she's got swivel motion, full range of motion in the shoulders. They come up. Oh no. Come up. Ooh, come on. Alright, so that's nearly 90. That's not even a 90-degree angle, I don't think. That's as far as they come up. So, yeah, you can get them up still because they rotate round. You got your cut here, just above the bicep and where it attaches to the shoulder. That swivels all the way round. You got your double elbows this time. Pinless as well, might add. I think everybody mentions that, so I didn't feel the need to, but we do have pinless female rangers, which I say that now, like the old ones weren't, and I don't think they were they? And they only had single elbows as well. Is there a cut? Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, so where the cuff of the gauntlet, is it gauntlet or is it gloves? Ends. There's rotation there, and you've got whichever hand is in the rotation from that, but it's restricted by the wrist. So that one you can push up, but that's, I don't know, maybe that's as far as it's meant to go. I don't know. You'd think that'd go a little bit further, but that is restricted. What about this one? This is a different hand. Oh no, it's got the same joint, so it goes up and comes back down. As for the neck then and the head, you've got, well, I'm guessing she just sits on the ball joint. It spins all the way around, but let's have a look at this. Oh, well, that's interesting. It literally, is that it? What the hell? So there is no up and down movement. It's literally, is that just like a dumbbell peg in there? Oh right, I was not expecting that. I thought at least there was some forwards and backwards movement. That literally is just one solid peg. It spins, but you're not getting any forward or backwards motion with that. Well, let's try. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh God. Right, okay, so that sits on there quite strong, or sturdy, strongly. Sits on there strongly? Sits on there well. It's quite tight. Once you get it on, it took a while. It's a bit of a push. But, again, you're getting a bit of a side to side, but not much ups and downs. Ups and downs, it's all ups and downs. And then it's like, yeah, so that surprised me actually. I didn't know that was how they were doing. I'm sure that the male ones had forwards and backwards, but I've forgotten now, so I can't confirm. So that's it for articulation now. So better than the original Lightning Collection, I'll give them that. Right, so we have a look at how easy and interchangeable these hands are then. So we've done the head. Let's take these hands off and let's grab a different pair of hands. So put the fist in. That's all right, yep. And let's go with Karate Chop Hand. Yeah, get in there. Oh god, that was tight. There we go. So you can get her into a nice, actually, yeah, that's a good pose for a like an action stance, isn't it? So she's ready in a stance to fight. Let's have a go with the morpher one then. So we've got no, I'm crap. I can't get it to... Right, that's me having a go with it. But yeah, it's not the easiest one to just do straight out of the box. It takes a bit of fiddling. But it's a cool inclusion still. Anyway, let's see how she holds and daggers. Well, whilst I'm here, I'm just going to pop this in here because all my Rangers have their blasters in their holsters. Right, so I believe this is the... Oh, yeah, I think they're the right ones. So let's get some... Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Right, I didn't notice this before. Quick. These are really rubbery. I didn't notice that. That's cool. So they're not even a hard plastic. They are super bendy. Look at that. Boing. That's mental. Oh, wicked. Was not aware of that. I did not realise that the first time round. Now I've amazed myself with the bendiness of these. Let's try and get them into our hands. And as cool as I was going on about them, it makes it a little bit more difficult to get them into these hands. So, because they bend so much, I suppose you can just kind of push them in like that maybe. Yeah. Okay, so that works. So there we go. And now we have her holding her daggers. Alright, that's gone in better than I thought. I'm still amazed by the fact that he's so soft. That's really cool. So I think that's it for accessories. Obviously, we've got the effect pieces, but we'll have a look at that in a second when we switch to the other camera view. So let's have a look at her size and compare her to something else. Okay, let's get a look at how tall Trini stands then. So, we are looking just over 5.5 inches with the helmet on, which, if you actually check the back of the box, actually tells you on the back how tall. So she's about 5.7 inches, 14 centimeters it says, which I didn't notice on the rest of the other ones. So that's quite handy and cool to know. So you don't have to measure it yourself, so if you are interested, it tells you there. So this is what she looks like next to the original release that Hasbro did for the Lightning Collection Yellow Ranger. So this isn't the re-released or second release bit they did with the Scorpina 2-pack. This is the original release. And as you can see, the yellows are significantly different. So this older one's a bit more of a goldeny yellow, darker, whereas the new one's quite a lighter yellow. The joints, again, different. So you can see there's got pins in here, so it's pinless on this side. And the elbows, so they were just a single elbow joint on the old one, like a little ball joint in there, and now they've got the double elbows. But because of that, you do get this horrible gap like we saw at the start. And the colours and the whites are just different, and the neck as well. There's a bit more of a neck on this one than there is on that one. And the paint job as well looks loads better on the new one. I mean, there's a whole bit of black just completely missing from the visor there, so it wasn't the greatest. But what does that mean then when she compares to other figures? And here's just a quick comparison to the quite old Figure Arts version now of the Yellow Ranger. So if you're familiar at all, the old Figure Arts range, they actually released a female version and a male version for the Sentai versions, so you could get two. However, I only managed to get hold of the Mighty Morphin version, so I only got the Trini one, so this is what I have, and this is how it looks next to it. this is how she looks compared to the other two Rangers I have so far from the Remastered collection. We've got the armoured Red Ranger and the new Green Ranger. As you can see, she's just slightly shorter than both Rangers, and obviously she's got a bit of a different sculpt due to her being the female body. And here she is next to the legendary Super Saiyan Goku from the Figure Arts line. And on her other side is another Figure Arts figure for Sasuke Uchiha from the Naruto line. And lastly, here's just a comparison between a Marvel Legends Spider-Man and the Super 7 Ultimates Goldar, who is huge in comparison. Right, so that about wraps it up then. So final thoughts on this is it's another solid figure from Hasbro. Some issues, like I said, that thigh cut, I'm not sure what went on with that. I did try dropping her in some hot water, and I tried to take the thigh apart, but it only came off at the actual hip joint. It popped off. I couldn't get the actual piece to separate. So when I'm talking about that, I mean this actual whole piece. I couldn't actually get that off easily enough. It just kept coming off here. So I'm not sure what's going on there. It looks like it's just been cut too short, maybe, because the joint's in there and everything's in there. I'm just wondering if at some point maybe this was cut or something's happened to cause that gap, that's kind of annoying. But it's it's a minor issue. At least the leg's still in one piece, given Hasbro. Other thing, the arm joint, it's still a bit wobbly when it's fully extended. That's not tight enough. But if you bend it, it stays where it is. So that's one upside to that problem, I suppose. And the ugliness, again, of the arms when they're fully straightened out, there's not much you can do about that. But again, once they sort of bend, they kind of look all right. Paint application's fine. I've not had any issues with that, actually, which is quite nice. And I think overall, it's just a lot more of a solid job than what they did previously, isn't it, really? The old figure, you took what you could get back then because it was the first of the range. And now they're stepping up their game a little bit. So I'm hoping I can get the rest of them now and finish the team. Let's bring it to a close now. So if you've watched it this far, thanks guys. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully you'll come back again sometime. And if you do, I'll see you then. Until then, everyone, thank you. I'll see you soon. Bye.